Hi guys, got about an hour before I go off to church, and so I'm going to have some lunch. But with my lunch, I am going to have a drink. So let's make that drink. Grab your favorite cup. This one keeps going through the dishwasher, and every time it does, more and more of the cute printing rubs off. But cup, ice. Today we're going to make our treat with some Diet Coke. I forgot to pre-open the can here. So there is that wonderful loud noise for you. Fill your cup. I'm going to end up with some over here on my desk. Excuse me. It is a beautiful, beautiful spring morning today, you guys. The birds are singing. The weather is not too hot. I've got most of the windows and the patio doors open to let through the breeze so I don't have to turn on the air conditioner quite yet. It's really quite lovely. All right, stir that a little bit. Okay, got your soda. Next up, today we're going to be using black cherry syrup. So let's do about 3. 1, 2, 3, and like a half of the black cherry. Black cherry has a little bit different flavor than regular cherry. So you might like regular cherry, you might like black cherry, you might like both. But anyway, as you notice, this one is sugar-free. It is sweetened with Splenda, but it has an interesting aftertaste for me that I don't completely enjoy. So on top of that, I'll put just like 1 spritz of the coconut. There we go. 1 spritz of the coconut. Tends to take away that funny aftertaste thing. It could also be the aspartame in the Coke. So I don't have super taster buds, but sometimes something kind of ticks me as going, not right. But anyway, so the coconut in with the black cherry really helps things out. And it is delicious, my friends. So I'm going to eat me some lunch and then go to church. Hi guys, happy Monday. Hope you're having a good one. I hope you had a great stitchy week. My week was pretty good. Got a lot of stuff done. It is the super quiet time of the year at work, and so I was able to do a little of this, do a little of that, and just have extra time to... What on earth is my hair? Whatever. Anyway, plenty of time to do the things. So let's get rolling with the... project report. I worked on a grand total of 2 projects this week. We'll start with, this is a Little Liberty. I don't have my cardboard today, guys, and I can see that that's kind of see-through. But anyway, this is a Little Liberty. It is a kit from Lizzie Kate. I started this on Memorial Day weekend and got a little bit of it done, but I've just been chugging along on it a little bit more and a little bit more. I didn't have the blue, the wavy navy that was called for, nor did I have, I forgot what the name of the red was. So I just hunted through my stash and found something that was pretty close. And so those, not the called for flosses, but I think they will work. And both of my cute little needle minders there are from Brenda's Minders and More. So I put them on because they were nice and patriotic and fit the theme. So there we go. That is a Little Liberty. I just have one more. We'll finish up this red petal. 1 more red flower, some green things, and a little bit of black back stitching for the vine to show you. Well, here, look. I can just reach in here. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. Glare and all. So that's that project. Coming along nicely. I could probably finish that in an afternoon. Yeah, I really could. Maybe I'll sit down. Well, no. Well, maybe. I was going to say I could probably finish that off. Excuse me while I pick some fuzz off of this thing over here. Anyway, I could probably finish that off tonight while doing all the rendering and the editing and the stuff like that for this little video. And the other thing I worked on this week was my Lavender Pansies by the Silver Lining. And you guys, it is all finished. All done. All done. Yay! And it looks really quite nice, I think. So let's see, last week I just had most of this leaf left to do, and then all of the back stitching to do. And the back stitching was super easy. I don't know about this dark purple that it was charted with, but I went with what was charted. Looks good, no complaints, you know. Just sometimes you wonder if it could have been better if I'd thought a little bit differently about it. Anyway, I decided to sign it. Let's see, I'm not that tall. There we go, that's centered. And so I really like the script, so I did the K in one color and the S in another color, and then 17. I think I'll fiddle with that a little bit more because the K and the S kind of gets, all swirly, mixed up if you don't know what it's supposed to be, or if I had only used one color of thread. So there we are, Lavender Pansies. And it will get to be the latest resident in the bin of shame. So that's alright. Actually, I'll probably pin it to my wall with a couple of straight pins. So I'm so pleased with this. I started it in 2010, shortly after I had purchased it. And then it went to be a sleeping wit where I didn't touch it for quite a long while. You know how they go. You start something and then you get sidetracked, and then you get sidetracked again, and then you get sidetracked the third time. So anyway, really glad that that's done. So I've taken another pansy to work for my at-work lunch break project for the rest of June, and we'll see how far I get along on that pansy. So that is everything that I have stitched on. I should probably pull out my Gypsy Mermaid conversion because I'm getting pretty close on finishing her up as well. Cool. So let's take a look at our Stashquisitions. Practically nothing, you guys. I came home and I was thinking, oh, I have nothing to show because I really haven't purchased anything. But then today was the day that the keepsake cross-stitch calendar arrived in the mail, and I know several others of you have purchased it and have showed it in your videos. So it was kind of fun to have this arrive. So just kind of a peek at all the patterns that will be in, there we go, kind of center that up, in the calendar throughout the rest of the year. There's 3, maybe 4 that I would stitch, but then again, I do love to get it for just a calendar to go in my stitchy room in here. So, and the pattern's so clever. You've all seen it before. They put in a different booklet. So anyway, now the hard part is going to be, where do I keep this where I will find it? So, you know, it's June of 17. It doesn't start out, well, there's a December of 17, but I've got to store this somewhere where I will remember where it is so I can pull it out and use it when we come to the end of the year. That's it, guys. I have been really good. So I haven't even gone crazy and bought any more fabric for our sewing silliness or the bags or anything like that. So win one for the Gipper. All right. Next up, let's learn how to speak English. But it is time for shout outs to the Floobies. There are quite a few of you. Lots and lots and lots of wonderful people that need some views. We'll start out with the Weasley Studios, Mr. Drew and Mr. Phil. A lot of you have discovered these guys already, and you're just in love with them. Absolutely in love with Drew and Phil. So they do give us the Know Your Needleworker tag in their first one. Drew is the main stitcher. Phil loves to crochet. And they are both rabid Harry Potter fans, as you could guess from the name of their channel, Weasley Studios. Next up is Little Owl Stitches. She is working on a cute little Stitch from Lilo and Stitch that she converted with Pick-to-Pat. She loves owls and is stitching a couple of owls. I was stitching a couple of owls. And she shares some of her whips and finishes and tells us some stories. So go check out Little Owl Stitches. An itch to cross stitch. She starts us off with the Know Your Needleworker tag. Shares her very first project ever, which I believe she said was from 2003. It was the one that got her hooked. She is getting ready to work on an amazing, beautiful, brightly colored horse from a Russian designer. I believe the name of the chart was like Indian horse, so it was more of a Native American Indian horse. It was just really, really gorgeous, and I hope she starts on it soon because I would really love to watch her project on that one. All right, next up we meet Sea Swept Life. Also starts us off with the Know Your Needleworker tag. They have been experimenting with dyeing her own fabrics, and she shows us some of her results. She's working on a couple of different War of the Roses / Tudor type pieces. She says the history just absolutely fascinates her. Then there is 30-ish Niche. She's working on a beautiful Hade, which is the Tree of Life, and really closing in on a finish for that one. She shares some of her other whips as well. She's a lover of tigers and shows us a couple of her tiger finishes. Willie Extreme is a longtime stitcher who's recently returned to the craft. Gives us the Know Your Needleworker tag. Shares a couple of her whips, and she is currently into kumihimo, which is the Japanese braiding technique. So it was quite interesting to listen to her talk about kumihimo. I did not write our next crafter's name down in a way that is legible to me. Duamichi Craft. We're going to guess. That's what I wrote down. It may or may not be that, but anyway. She also starts us off with the Know Your Needleworker tag. There are two cute ladies. So they start us off. I have to read halfway through it before just read the thing. They start us off with the Know Your Needleworker tag. They are business partners and multi-crafters. One cute girl is working on a stained glass characters that are Disney, stained glass window Disney characters. And the other gal is working on a My Little Pony whip, and they're just a pair of delightful women. All right, next up we have Nana's Needles. She introduces herself, gives us a bit of her stitching history. She has some beautiful finishes, including a flag piece by Bent Creek. She's working on Paris by Country Cottage Needleworks. And she shares a great idea for finishing a rotating project, so you put it in the thing and take it out and rotate it every time you go along. And so I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys are going to have to go check her out. And then, last of all, I stumbled across Kentucky Woman Stitcher. She's been stitching since forever and a day, she says, which I think was like the 1970s, which is just close enough to a forever and a day. She really enjoys stitching some smalls, but to be completely contradictory, she shares with us her largest finishes. And then she does also share with us her current whips. So those are our new floss tubers, our Floobies this week. So go and check them out. Tell them hi. You don't have to tell them I sent them. But go tell them hi, go check them out, go look at the beautiful work that they're doing and their personalities, and you just go. Go check them out. All right, so like I say, I haven't been doing much of anything, and the cat has frightened herself, and I don't know what she's up to. Yeah, she really scared herself. She's out of here. Battle cow. Battle cow. I need to redo the battle cow. because I'm wearing different armor and doing all sorts of stuff. Anyway. So, Battle Cow Adventures. I just pretty much hang out with my little group of people in my guild, and we don't have super high aspirations to do, you know, mythic rating or anything. We just do what we do and we enjoy it. And I thought I was doing okay pulling this number of DPS, you know, it's my DPS number. I thought I was doing all right, which stands for damage per second for the non-initiated. And then I went and stumbled across ARD, which is a Reddit dystopia, which is a community group. You know, they like to help people do better, and I wanted to get into Nighthold, and my home guild certainly wasn't going to get into Nighthold, so I saw a post that they did, went over, joined the Discord, had a great time, got in on a community run, so I did get into Nighthold. I did get the ahead of the curve achievement, but this is my DPS per second. And with talking to those guys, I realized this is not good. You guys, I am bad at WoW. I'm really, really bad at WoW. So I had some thoughts, and I started looking around and trying to figure out what to do and what not to do, and this and that and the other. And so on the Discord, they have, you know, some DPS, and so I posed the question. I'm like, guys, how do you figure out if your DPS is low? Is it because of self? Is it because of gear? Or is it a combination of the two? So I got some help and I got some pointers, and they showed me how to do some logs, and one of the runs that I had been on into Nighthold, somebody had logged the whole thing, and so I was looking at it, and it's not looking good, you guys. It's not looking good. I was parsing at 25%, which is a gray parse. If you're doing really, really good, they call it an orange parse, and I think green parse is in like somewhere in the 70 percentile. My goal is to get to 70 percentile, but we'll see. We will see. Excuse me. So I was talking to one of their other balanced druids and trying to figure it out, and so he gave me some tips and some pointers, and so off I went, and I spent a lot of time firing off spells at the training dummies. So here's boring footage of me at training dummies. Anyway, so with the training dummies, I kind of average about 490k. That's a lot better than this number. And so I'm thinking, yeah, I'm doing good. This is much better, but it's a training dummy, and the training dummy doesn't attack me, and I don't have to move. I don't have to do any interrupts. I don't have to do any crowd control. I can just stand there and work on my rotation, which is very, very helpful. So, not a bad number. So then I go out in the world and I start to get after the rare spawns that are on the broken shore. And I happened to hit a group that was hitting about 6 or 7 of these rare spawns in a row, and it wasn't until afterwards that I thought, dang, I should have recorded me and this random group of people going after these set of rare spawns. Granted, the rare spawns don't have as many tricks up their sleeves and mechanics and things you have to dodge, but I did much better. This is my DPS against those rare spawns on the broken shore. Not too shabby, doing better. Like I say, it's probably less because I have to move around, I have to dodge some stuff. There were a couple interrupts thrown out to help things out, you know, help the group do the things. So that's a lot better. So I'm feeling, you know, pretty good about myself. I'm thinking, all right, this is tops for me. This is good. This is tops, and I'm only a little bit behind that, so that should be all right. We're gonna do the thing. It's going to be all right. And then I I learned about simming your character. Because I wasn't so sure if it was, well, it's mostly me, guys. I'm bad. I'm bad. That's all there is to it. So then I'm like, well, all right. Let's run my character through a simulation and see if it's gear, you know, if I can do any better with gear. This is my character simmed in the bad gear that I have. It's not optimal gear. There's no 2-piece. There's no 4-piece. I do not have the best legendaries for my character. It's just me and my ragtag bunch of gear. That's a big difference, you guys. That is a big difference. So, gotta work on my rotations a lot, you guys. This is at 100%, so this is perfection. So I expect about 600k, 600, maybe 550k, something like that, to be absolutely amazingly perfect. But there's still a lot of room to improve, so we shall see. I signed up for a community run of Nighthold tomorrow, so all night on the computer. I'm hoping I can do a whole hell of a lot better than this. I'm really hoping closer to this, but I don't know. There's a lot of running around, there's a lot of mechanics, there's a lot of stuff going on. All the fights are just... And I have yet to make it past Ellison because those stupid time bubbles confuse the heck out of me, and I never know which way to run, and inevitably I run the wrong way and I end up dead. Anyway, so that's a whole heck of a lot more WoW than you guys wanted to hear on any given day. So, as an aside, for those of you who are playing the WoW and who are looking for a good group of community players to play with, I would highly suggest joining a Reddit dystopia, their community. I will ask for a Discord. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. A Discord invite link, and I put it in the description below so you guys can click on them and go over there and check them out. They're located on the Bleeding Hollow server, which is a PvP server, but they do a lot of cross-realm stuff. Heroic, you can do cross-realm. Mythic, you can cross-realm for like the previous patch or the previous raid. So today, you can't cross-realm Mythic Nighthold, but in a week or so, when Tomb of Sargeras drops, you'll be able to cross-realm Mythic Nighthold. But anyway, they're super helpful. If you had questions, ask them. If you want to see random pictures of pie, brisket, grilled cheese, cheesecake, they have a whole channel which seems to be dedicated to the delicious foods that everybody wants to eat, but we probably should not be eating. That one's a lot of fun. They're helpful. Yeah, they have a whole group. You can just post, you know, I have a +2 mythic key to wherever, and they'll be happy to find a group, help you run it. They love to help. They love to help. It's a great community that I've stumbled into, of all places. And so I'm hoping that I can get better. Maybe I'll start to parse these. And then, you know, I can help out other people in return, because I do enjoy helping out other people in return. So, that is the WoW life.
you to tutor Kirin Tor initiates. If you weren't busy saving the world from demons, I mean.
And I'm trying to think if I have anything else going on. And I really don't, guys. It's been a quiet week. Summers are pretty quiet here. Come home, stitch, raid, do whatever. I've, so much so that I haven't transferred my druid over from Duskwood yet. I'm thinking about it, but I have started another character on Bleeding Hollow. I'm working on ranking her up. She's like a rank 43. I hate being on the PvP server, but luckily I've only been ganked once, and I think it was a ganking of opportunity instead of, oh, hey, let's harass this person, because I was just dead once and then he was gone. Whatever. So, anyway, that's it. This is going to be a short one. You guys are going to be in, out, and off to the next video. No time at all. No time at all whatsoever. I hope you guys get a good stitching weekend. I hope the stitchy bug is good to you. I hope the frog stays far, far away from your house. Hugs and stitches, everybody. Bye.